What's going on, guys? Snake Eyes here, playing some more Dark Souls 2, and in this video I'm going to show you how to clear the Lost Bastille, but not clear it like a run through. I mean completely skipping it, bypassing it. You won't have to do anything in here. There are a couple things that you need to do before you do this trick. You're going to need to unlock both of the entrances to the Lost Bastille, and the way you do that is by killing the Flexile Sentry and the Pursuer. And if you didn't know, I actually have boss guides on beating both of them. If you look at my Dark Souls 2 playlist, there should be around there, so feel free to check that out if you're looking for some tips and tricks on killing these bosses. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and clear this area, and then I'm going to come back and do the whole entire walkthrough, just showing you the path that you need to take. And I will try to give a brief rundown on the enemies that are there and the best way to clear them, but like I said, I'm not going to be fighting anybody just for the sake of time. So right now I'm actually at the Tower Apart bonfire. That's the bonfire that you get for clearing the Pursuer boss fight. I can't go exactly over there because once you step down on that path right here, right in front of me, you can't get back up. You actually have to keep going forward. So I went ahead and cleared out the jailer that was right here walking this path. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Just fight him however you want to fight him, and then you're going to come through this door. Take note that there is a crossbow guy right there. All you have to do is either use ranged attacks or jump down, but if you do jump down, you have to watch out for the 3 dogs that are there. It's a room full of enemies, and it's something that if you don't have a lot of health, maybe you should just use ranged attacks. I have my crossbow here. I use that every single time that I'm not sure about something. So as soon as this area is clear, you want to go ahead and open this door, and the chest right here is actually going to contain the 3rd item that we're going to need, and that's the Antiquated Key. I messed that up. You're going to need to pick up this key in order to unlock this area, and it's kind of cool that they put it in this right here at the start, mainly because you don't really have to go to a whole entire different area. You can get it right here, but as soon as you get this key, you have to basically use a homeward bone or press forward, but I suggest just using a homeward bone and going to the exile holding cells. Now I'm going to transition over right now, but all the enemies are going to be clear, and I'm going to go ahead and just give a rundown. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so right now I'm at the exile holding cells. I went ahead and, like I said, cleared the area, but there are a couple of things that I need to note. I had forgotten to mention that you also need a Pharros Lockstone. So if you don't have a Pharros Lockstone, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do this. I knew I was missing something when I was talking about the stuff that you were going to need, but that just didn't click until I actually got into that room. So depending on whether or not you've been to this area before, there will be a Haid Knight sitting down. Whether or not you want to attack him is completely up to you, and if you do, you get his spear, so that's something that you might want to take into consideration. You can also step down right here and actually get the prison guard, but what it would do, and this is actually the route that I did just for the sake of being fast, what it will do is it'll actually knock down the watchtower. So depending on whether or not you want to be swarmed, because there are 2 more dogs, this may or may not be the path for you. Instead, don't go down this ladder. Just go ahead and go down this break on this bridge. If you go to the right, you can get yourself a human effigy over here all the way at the end. He drops a human effigy and I think a soul of a proud knight or something like that. I'm not too sure. It's been a minute since I've done this. And from up here on this ledge, you can snipe out the 2 dogs before aggroing this prison guard. And that should be real easy to take out. Also, before you leave this area, you want to go ahead and come back here because there is an Estus Flask shard in this iron lockbox. So if you're running low on Estus Flasks and you want to go ahead and get 1 more shard, you might as well pick it up while you're here. So after that, after you done picked up your shard, you want to break this down. It's actually going to be boarded up. It doesn't look like it can be accessible, but all you have to do is just hit it. It'll be boarded up kind of like these walls right here, but as you can see, these walls break down pretty easy. These walls will be put up as well, and you should take note that there is a great sword knight guy standing behind here waiting to ambush you. And this is where you need to really be careful, because depending on whether or not this is the door that you need to open with the Antiquated Key. Obviously, if you don't have that key, you cannot go through this area, and you can't go through the entire Lost Bastille without beating a boss. But in here are a couple of undead citizens These guys are very dangerous when they do their ground attack. I'm pretty sure you guys have fought them and you know how dangerous they are, so you need to really be careful with them. And as soon as you clear this whole area, you want to use the Antiquated Key to unlock this door. You walk through this door, but don't walk out all the way just yet, because there are going to be dogs standing in this corner, and there's going to be 2 more dogs right behind here. So you need to be careful on how you approach this area, because those dogs, even though they're easy, they're still not something that you want to take lightly. This cage right here actually holds 3 more undead citizens. There's a rock kind of like the one in Majula to get the Estus Flash Shard that you can knock over, that raises this cage to bring on these 3 guys. And one of them actually has the Wanderer set, so if you're trying to get every armor set in the game, you might want to consider taking these guys out. They're pretty damn dangerous for me. I was actually at half health when I fought them, so it was pretty difficult. So you decide whether or not you want to get that set or not. And after you're done cleared with this area, don't go through this door, because there will be 3 people waiting for you. This is an area that's filled with enemies, and with good reason too, because you're actually going to be skipping an entire area without going through any boss. So what you're going to do is, if you want, you're going to see a crossbow guy here. It's up to you whether or not you want to attack him, but in this window you will see another guy waiting to ambush you. I went ahead and took this guy out first, ran around, took out the crossbowman, and then as well there's another guy that's going to be waiting. He's probably going to be running up against this ladder. They're not very smart at climbing ladders. Take him out. It should be pretty easy and pretty simple to clear out. And now that you got that room cleared out, you're going to step into this one, and this is where you're going to need the Pharros Lockstone. You're going to need it so it can unlock two doors. One is going to be for this wooden chest, which I'm sorry I forgot the treasure. I forgot the treasure on a lot of these things actually, and then it's going to unlock this area, which is actually going to go ahead and fast forward you through the entire thing right before Sinner's Rise. I think that's the area. And take note that all these chests are not trapped. So if you haven't been in here before and you're worried on whether or not they're trapped, they're not. You can open them, but still, if you still want to be cautious, just go ahead. But I'm just letting you know right now that they're not trapped and you don't have to worry about. And now that you've used your Pharros Lockstone to unlock these 2 paths, you're going to come in through the door that's farthest from you, climb inside this cage, and people who have gone through the Lost Bastille, you're going to see some areas that you guys had to have gone through to complete it. Right there is actually one of the areas, and then right here, I'm pretty sure you guys recognize, this is a part where I haven't cleared any enemies, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that live, mainly because I want to show you how I do this, so that way you guys can try to do it the same way. But as soon as you open this door, you want to be careful, because there's one undead citizen right there, and there's another one at this wall that you can't see, or actually you can't see. Two-hand your weapon and just run towards them. Don't even hesitate, because if they fall, it's pretty damn dangerous, like I said. So you want to take those guys out pretty easy. I'm going to show you something. It's optional. You don't have to do it, but it's up to you. Up here is actually a whole lot of undead citizens, more than I really would like to mess with. As you can see, there are 5, and 2 of them are glowing. I haven't fought these guys before, the glowing ones at least, so I really wouldn't mess with them just yet. But if you can see that open cell door, you can kind of see a petrified body. I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a tutorial on how to unpetrify him, and to obviously get to the bonfire that's actually right behind him. You could use the cell key to go ahead and get into the cell right next to him, but like I said, I'm not going to touch that area right now. And if you guys aren't familiar, this is actually the bridge to get to the Sinner's Rise, the beginning area. And take note that this is a very difficult area. I wouldn't recommend it for people who are beginning. I'd actually recommend you completing the Lost Bastille and just doing and playing the story mode how you see fit. But if you're confident, then just go ahead and do it. You can take these guys out with ranged attacks, but I like to just go ahead and run through, because there's really they really don't hit you. All you have to do is just move if you feel like the arrows are going to hit you. And you got to be careful, because these guys will jump down. So as you can see right now, we're in Sinner's Rise. I haven't beaten the boss in the Lost Bastille yet, so I'm actually gonna go back and try to beat him. But as you can see, these guys jump down. They don't care. They will. That one guy did fall to his death, but like I said, that's something that you guys have to watch out for. Don't think just because they're up there that they won't come down to you. So now that you're here, I do recommend you at least activating this bonfire. So you're going to come out through this room, climb up this ladder, and right in front of you is going to be the bonfire. And I haven't gone through this area yet, so this is something that I just found out, and I didn't even know that it let me bypass the entire area until I actually looked it up, because I thought that was the way to go. But apparently this is an entire shortcut. You don't have to do the Lost Bastille, you don't have to beat the boss. But like I said, this is mainly directed towards people who have who've either beat the game or just don't want to deal with it, because Sinner's Rise is actually a pretty tough area. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. I'm going to go ahead and travel back to Majula. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. More Dark Souls 2 videos are going to be coming out pretty soon. I'm actually doing more of how-tos and things like that rather than playthroughs. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe if you want. And like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you later.